What if some of the most famous faces you've seen on screen were living a completely different truth behind the spotlight? For decades, many transgender celebrities hid their real identities, fearing judgment, rejection, or even the end of their careers. That silence created confusion, myths, and misunderstandings that still exist today. But what really happened before and after their transformations? And how did those decisions change their lives forever? In this video, you'll discover the powerful journeys behind the headlines, the struggles they faced in private, and the moments that changed everything, plus one story that will completely redefine how you see identity and courage. Andrea Pejić's life story is a powerful testament to courage, resilience, and the lifelong pursuit of authenticity. Long before she became widely recognized as a trailblazer in modern fashion, she was known to the world as Andrea Pejić, a young model whose delicate features and striking androgynous appearance captured global attention. Designers in major fashion capitals like Paris and Milan were captivated by her rare ability to present both menswear and womenswear with equal grace, an extraordinary versatility that set her apart in a fiercely competitive industry. Yet behind the glamour of the runway and the pages of glossy magazines, Andrea carried a deeply personal truth. Born in Bosnia and Herzegovina and later raised in Australia, she sensed from an early age that living as a boy did not fully reflect who she truly was. In quiet, private moments, experimenting with makeup or imagining a future that aligned more closely with her inner identity, she found both comfort and uncertainty. At that time, public understanding of transgender experiences was far more limited, especially for someone in the spotlight. Though her modeling career flourished, success could never replace the need for honesty with herself. In 2014, she made the brave decision to transition and publicly embrace her identity as Andrea Pejić. It was a step that carried both personal and professional risks. Yet rather than fading from the industry, she achieved a historic breakthrough, becoming one of the first openly transgender models to be prominently featured in major fashion publications, including GQ Portugal. Her journey serves as a lasting reminder that true fulfillment comes not from fame, but from living with honesty, dignity, and self-acceptance. Caitlyn Jenner's life story stands as one of the most widely recognized and emotionally significant personal transformations in modern American history. For many years, the public knew her as Bruce Jenner, an extraordinary athlete whose gold medal victory at the 1976 Summer Olympics in Montreal made her a national hero. On that podium, she represented discipline, resilience, and the enduring promise of the American dream during a complex moment in the nation's past. Yet behind that image of confidence and strength was a deeply private struggle that began in childhood. From an early age, Caitlyn sensed that her inner identity did not align with the role society expected her to fulfill. At a time when conversations about gender identity were rarely discussed, and even less understood, she lacked both the language and the support to fully express what she felt. Instead, she turned her focus to athletics, channeling her energy into rigorous training and competition as a way to bring structure to her life and quiet the internal conflict. Throughout her adult years, she entered multiple marriages, seeking stability and attempting to meet traditional expectations. Her second wife, Linda Thompson, was among the first to learn of her struggles with gender identity. During her later marriage to Kris Jenner, the subject resurfaced, though it remained complicated and difficult to navigate. Despite these challenges, she remained devoted to her children, including those featured in the highly visible reality series Keeping Up with the Kardashians. In 2015, at the age of 65, Caitlyn Jenner introduced herself to the world on the cover of Vanity Fair. That moment marked not only a personal turning point, but also a cultural milestone, encouraging greater understanding of identity, courage, and the importance of living one's truth with dignity. Carmen Carrera first entered the national spotlight as a contestant on Season 3 of RuPaul's Drag Race, where her striking beauty, poise, and natural elegance immediately set her apart. Week after week, audiences were drawn to her refined presence and quiet confidence. Even among a cast known for bold personalities, Carmen carried herself with a calm, polished grace that suggested she was destined for something beyond the competition stage. Yet, it was after the cameras stopped rolling that her most meaningful journey truly began. Carmen chose to publicly embrace her identity as a transgender woman, stepping forward with honesty at a time when mainstream understanding of transgender lives was still limited. Many viewers continued to associate her primarily with drag performance, expecting her to remain within that familiar role. But Carmen made a clear and important distinction. Drag was an art form, a performance, while her gender identity was deeply personal and real. She refused to compromise that truth simply to meet public expectations. As her confidence grew, Carmen became a thoughtful advocate for respectful representation. A defining moment came when she spoke out against the show's female or she-male segment, describing it as insensitive. While her remarks sparked debate, they also opened the door to a broader cultural conversation about language, dignity, and inclusion. In time, the segment was retired, marking a meaningful shift in awareness. Today, Carmen Carrera is recognized not only for her work in modeling and acting, but also for her role in advancing visibility and understanding. Despite past disagreements, she has continued to express respect for RuPaul. Her story reflects resilience, grace, and the quiet strength that comes from choosing authenticity over acceptance. Chaz Bono's life story reflects steady courage, deep personal reflection, and a lifelong pursuit of authenticity. Born in 1969 to entertainment icons Cher and Sonny Bono, he entered a world already illuminated by fame and constant public attention. Known at birth as Chastity Bono, he grew up in the spotlight, frequently appearing alongside his parents. Yet even in childhood, he experienced a quiet but persistent sense that the way the world saw him did not fully align with who he truly was inside. For many years, Chaz did his best to meet expectations. He presented publicly as a young woman, gave interviews, and navigated the unique pressures of growing up in a famous family. In early adulthood, he came out as a lesbian, an act of courage at a time when such conversations were far less common. Still, as he later shared, that step did not fully resolve the deeper sense of misalignment he continued to feel. After years of thoughtful consideration, Chaz began his gender transition in 2009, around the age of 40. He started hormone therapy and later underwent gender-affirming surgery. For the first time, his outward life began to reflect his inner identity, bringing with it a sense of clarity and peace. In the years that followed, Chaz carved out his own place in the entertainment industry, appearing in television series such as The Secret Life of the American Teenager and American Horror Story. Over time, Cher has also spoken openly about her journey toward understanding, consistently expressing her unwavering love and support. Today, Chaz Bono's story stands as a testament to perseverance, honesty, and the enduring strength of family bonds. Fallon Fox's life story is defined by perseverance, resilience, and a steadfast commitment to living with honesty. Raised in Toledo, Ohio, she sensed from an early age that she was different from the boys around her. She often felt more comfortable in the company of girls, quietly carrying the awareness that her inner identity did not align with society's expectations. In a community shaped by traditional views on gender, expressing those feelings openly felt both risky and isolating. When Fallon eventually came out as transgender, the response within her family proved deeply painful. Her mother rejected her identity, while her father pursued conversion therapy, believing it could change something that was never a disorder. Without consistent family support, Fallon faced much of her journey alone. The emotional toll was significant, especially during a time when public understanding of transgender experiences was far more limited than it is today. Amid these challenges, athletics became a source of focus and empowerment. In 2012, Fallon made history as the first openly transgender woman to compete professionally in mixed martial arts. That milestone brought her national attention, along with intense public debate. While many admired her courage and dedication, others raised concerns about fairness in women's competition. Rather than stepping away under scrutiny, Fallon remained committed to her training, demonstrating discipline and determination in the face of criticism. Over time, her career became part of a broader national conversation about inclusion in sports. Today, Fallon Fox's legacy extends beyond any single match, reflecting the ongoing pursuit of fairness, respect, and the fundamental right to be judged by one's character, effort, and integrity. James Dean remains one of Hollywood's most enduring symbols of youthful rebellion and emotional depth. In films like Rebel Without a Cause, he captured a generation's sense of restlessness and quiet longing. On screen, he embodied a striking blend of rugged masculinity and vulnerability. Off-screen, however, those who knew him often described a far more complex individual, thoughtful, sensitive, and unwilling to be confined by simple definitions. Over the years, biographers and historians have frequently discussed Dean's sexuality. While he never made a definitive public statement, some accounts suggest he may have had relationships with both women and men. His romance with actress Pier Angeli attracted significant media attention during the 1950s and became one of the most talked-about aspects of his personal life. At the same time, Dean maintained close connections with men, including actor Sal Mineo and mentor Rogers Brackett, who supported him early in his career. Writer John Gilmore later explored these aspects of Dean's life, though scholars continue to note that clear documentation remains limited. Following his tragic death in 1955, actress Elizabeth Taylor publicly referenced his sexuality at a GLAAD-related event, placing him among stars such as Rock Hudson and Montgomery Clift, whose private lives unfolded during a less accepting era. Perhaps Dean's outlook was best captured in his own words, that he would not live with one hand tied behind my back. Rather than embracing labels, he seemed to value personal freedom above all. Today, his legacy endures not only through his unforgettable performances, but through the lasting intrigue of a man who insisted on living life on his own terms. Geena Rocero's life reached a defining moment in 2014 when she stepped onto the TED stage and shared a deeply personal truth with the world. Standing before a global audience, she revealed that she is a transgender woman. For many viewers, the announcement came as a surprise. By that time, Geena had already built a successful career as a fashion model, appearing in major campaigns while keeping her personal history private. Her speech was more than a revelation. It became a profoundly human moment of visibility, offering hope to countless individuals who had long felt unseen. Her journey, however, began much earlier. At just 5 years old, Geena told her mother that she was a girl, expressing her identity with remarkable clarity. Unlike many transgender children who face rejection, she was met with love and understanding at home, which helped nurture her confidence. As a teenager in the Philippines, she participated in and won local beauty pageants, gaining early recognition for her poise and presence. Later, she moved to the United States to pursue modeling professionally. At 19, she underwent gender-affirming surgery, bringing her physical self into alignment with who she had always known herself to be. For years, Geena chose to remain private, concerned that public knowledge of her past might overshadow her accomplishments. Over time, however, she came to see visibility as a powerful way to help others. Her TED Talk marked a cultural milestone, expanding conversations about authenticity and acceptance. Even her modeling representatives, initially unaware of her history, supported her decision. Today, Geena Rocero is celebrated not only for her elegance, but also for her advocacy, showing that living truthfully can be both liberating and transformative. In the end, these stories remind us that identity is not a fixed destination, but a journey shaped by courage, self-reflection, and time. Each individual faced uncertainty, judgment, and personal struggle, yet chose honesty over comfort. Their lives reflect a deeper truth that resonates across generations. Fulfillment comes not from meeting expectations, but from embracing who we truly are. For many, especially those who grew up in less accepting times, these journeys offer both understanding and hope. They stand as lasting examples that dignity, authenticity, and quiet resilience can leave a legacy far more powerful than fame alone. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new videos. See you in the next one.